am going to tear you apart, mortal, and then I'll finish the Dwarf King.
Hello and welcome back to my channel where I unbox slash review slash whatever you want to call it. I open up toys and you guys watch it. Today I have a figure that I know nothing about. I don't know this character. I'll be perfectly honest with you. Not a clue who this guy is, but he is a Marvel Legends and he apparently has some sort of relation with Thor, and he was $9. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, well, it's content. So yes, I don't know anything about this guy. Hold on, my headphones are... Yes, I don't know anything about this guy, but he does look pretty cool. So he has that going for him. So I guess we'll go ahead and go over the box real quick. You have the typical Marvel Legend. Well, I guess it's no longer typical since they're windowless now, but you have the former typical packaging. The nice big window in the front, the Marvel Legends logo up top, the Marvel logo right there, the Thor logo right there, full of logos, the Hasbro logo right there. Can't get enough logos. His name is Ulik. I believe that's how you would pronounce it. That sounds correct. Unless it's like Ulik or something like that. He is a troll. He looks like a bad guy. I don't know if this is a bad guy or if he is like the guy who helped build the hammer, because I remember something about it being a troll type guy. I don't know who this guy is. He looks like a bad guy, but he could be a good guy. I don't know. If you turn it on the side, you get some nice artwork of Ulik right there, looking cool. See, this makes me think he's a bad guy. Keep going on the back, you have similar artwork. See, this one has people up front, but this one doesn't, so I don't know. These might be the same. Yeah, I'd say they're the same. These are just imposed, I guess, so it doesn't look so empty. I don't know. The strongest and fiercest of all the trolls, Ulik the Troll King, is strong and stubborn as the stone of Asgard. Les plus fort et le plus féroce de tous les trolls, Ulik le roi des trolls est aussi tenace que le roc de Asgard. I'm not going to read the rest, but yeah, I wanted to know a little bit more about him. On the side, you have the same image of Ulik right there, and then we're back to the front, and I guess we'll transition to the figure itself. Well, this is pretty much all you get. You do get quite a bit for your money's worth, especially if you found it for $9 like me. I'd say, what was it originally, $20? Let me look at the box. The box is about 4 feet away from me, so yeah, I'd say you get a lot for your money with this guy. Let's start with his hands. We'll go with his hands. You do have one set of hands and then two switching alternative hands. They look slightly different, of course. You have two fist hands with these nice clobber knockers right here. They look pretty cool. They're pretty much the same, just left and right. Boom, boom. Then you have, you know, a hand that can hold onto his hammer, and then more of like a Othello, I hardly knew ye, or whatever they say in that play. Then you have a head, a nice head sculpt that looks fairly decent. I'd say this is more of a snarling one. You have the nicer looking guy in the background. Nicer is putting it mildly, but yes, nice snarling fighting type of guy right there. He looks pretty cool, I'd say. Put him right there. Then you have this cool hammer. It kind of looks like if you just chopped, like if you took these, if you chopped this bit off and then made it into his fist. That's kind of what this looks like. I don't know, similar. This is a cool looking hammer though. You can slide it right into his hand like so. Looks good, I'd say. Looks solid. Go ahead and take that out real quick. So this guy kind of looks and feels like a Build-A-Figure, in the sense that, well, this is what Build-A-Figures typically look like, and I'm seeing a lot of reuse. I'm seeing a lot of things I've seen on previous Build-A-Figures across different waves. I know I recognize these arms. I know I recognize these legs, especially this part right here. the way it kind of goes around this ball joint right here. A lot of this looks fairly similar to something we've gotten before, but this is a deluxe figure, which is a deluxe figure. It does come with the alternate heads and hands and stuff, which is not something you would get with a Build-A-Figure release, but you know, I'd say this is fairly decent for a standalone figure. It looks fairly okay, I guess. Let's start with the head. You have the nice evil looking grin. I don't know, he seems happy, but he also seems menacing. I can't quite nail down whether or not he's a bad guy or not. You have this cool looking like almost Captain America like fish gill type thing. What are they called? The skin of a fish. I had this issue the other day when I was reviewing the Rey Mysterio figure. I don't know what they're called. It's been so long since I've heard that. It looks cool. Then you come down to this armor piece right here, the solid looking armor piece with a some type of being with horns on its face. Looks cool. This kind of looks like eyes right here. Looking cool. And then you have a nice trunks right here, nice singlet. Looks cool. Covers his naughty bits, and then going down to his legs, they are pretty muscular. Nice paintwork down here, the fur down here, his toenails. He could use a trim on his toenails. His arms are similar situations. Looks like he needs to visit a doctor, get his bumps figured out. Fur up there, fur down there. He looks fairly cool. I'm liking the look of this guy. Again, don't know who he is, don't know anything about him, but I'm liking the look of him. He looks pretty spectacular. I guess that means we can go over articulation real quick. Starting with the head can go back, not at all. Can go forward a little bit. I believe it's on here. We can just take it off. Oh, and you have a little necklace. This thing feels so cheap and so crappy. Okay, well, you have it. Yes, it is on a disc, so you can slide it back and forward, but the head is so large that makes it a little bit difficult to do. You can kind of get some out of that. Lifting up the arms, it can go up to about... Wow, is that really it? About right there. See? I didn't break it. It just came out of the socket. Oh, gosh. The accusations of me being too rough with my figures are never going to leave me. All right. Not very high, honestly. That is very pitiful. What about this arm? This arm, same situation. That's another reason why I think this is a Build-A-Figure. Things come out so easily, like with the Build-A-Figure. Pop that back in. The arms don't come up very high. They rotate all the way around. The fur is going to get in the way, but that's okay. Just keep going. Swivel here at the upper bicep. Single jointed, pinned arm. Can come up to about right there. This is the hammer hand, so it can go up and down instead of in and out, but you know, fairly typical. Rotates all the way around. This one can go in and out. The fur kind of blocks it from going out too much, but you know, if you force it, you can make it happen. Legs, they have a swivel down here at the bottom. Oh wait, I'm skipping a body part. The ab crunch, it can go back like so. Arms in the way. Fine. At least I painted it all the way up, which is fine. Looks a little ugly from the side, but not too bad. Goes down, fine. I'd say that's fine. If you add the legs to it, yeah, that's pretty great for a big guy like this. And then you can see the back. There's a nice gaping hole right there. Not loving that I can see that, but I don't hate it either. I'm okay with it. I'll live. I'll survive. I'm a survivor, you know. He is on a disc. Torso, which I hate. I hate the disc because as soon as you go just even a little bit over, boom, you have that big, ugly, flat surface. It's unnecessary. We don't need it. Especially in 2023, 2022 when this figure released. I don't know when this figure came out, but we don't need that. It is unnecessary. Looks gross. Does not look good. Hate it. Get rid of it. The legs, of course, we already mentioned they can come up to about right there. Fairly decent kick for a guy like this. Single jointed knees can go to about... Ooh, that hurt my finger. owie, about right there, which is actually, for a single joint, that's fine. That's okay. Swivel at the thigh, going like so, like that. Ankle can go down to like that, and up to about like that, and then I believe, yeah, swivel. You can go all the way around, if you force it, of course. Looking good, feeling good. This is, as far as figures go, fine. Not knowing who this character is, you know, whatever. But as a figure to toss on my shelf, I'm happy with it. I like it. I think it does the things I would want out of a figure like this. So, you know, good on them with that one. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out who this guy is, because he does look cool. It's just a lot of my excitement is washed away when I don't know who I'm dealing with. But yes, I think this guy is pretty sweet looking. I think, despite the fact that most of this is reuse, most of any figure these days is reuse, so who cares? Despite all that, I think this is a wonderful little figure, especially if you know who he is. If you don't know who he is, he's just some cool looking fodder. Some cool looking guys for your guys to fight on the shelf. However you want to do it, I think he works, and I think he looks absolutely wonderful. Happy to have him, so that will probably be it for me. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. I will hopefully... Wait. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. Please leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave anything other YouTubers ask you to do. Just do it for me as well, and I will be back with another video, hopefully very, very soon. Bye.